Nigeria faces increasing and multiple developmental challenges due to climate change and lack of access to constant energy. Joining me to look at the urban sprawl, particularly with traffic congestion and renewable energy in Nigeria, is Nimo Basi, Executive Director, Environmental Rights Action and Friends of the Earth International. Thank you so much, Nimo, for joining us on the line today. I think a good
Oh,
place to start is to just, if you can, just wrap up your thoughts about how Nigeria is taking issues around climate change. How seriously are we taking these issues in Nigeria? Of course, we are an oil producer. There are issues with respect to the impact of oil exploration and on the environment. So your general thoughts on where we are in terms of where we should be in terms of taking this climate change seriously in Nigeria.
okay. Thank you very much for having me. First of all, just to update you, I've since been the Executive Director of Environmental Rights Action and as well as the Chair of Friends of the Earth International, but I'm still on the board of both organizations.
Right.
Yes. So climate change is a very major challenge for Nigeria. And there are various efforts being made to tackle the problems, but I would say on the whole that it does appear that we are more reactive than proactive. There are a lot of researches being conducted in terms of adaptation issues and hunger, food production, trying to understand how vulnerable our communities are. But we are not seeing much production in terms of what is actually being done to prepare people for the impact of this menace. And as is well known, the changing weather pattern is still taking us by surprise, even though we have announcements about heavy floods coming. When the floods arrive, Nigeria will still not be adequately prepared to tackle the impact of the flooding. And then, of course, understanding that the crisis is really serious and taking basic steps are the kind of things we're looking forward to seeing our governments do. I'll mention two key areas that things can be done.
Right.
Number one is in the area of Nigeria being a contributor to global warming. Now, in case one of the major ways by which Nigeria contributes to greenhouse emissions in the world is the continual burning or flaring of gas in the oil fields in the Niger Delta. That is releasing millions of tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere every year. And it's been continuing for decades now, non-stop. Now,
But has it reduced, though? Have we seen any improvement at all? Because we have quite a few multinational companies in that space.
Yeah, of course, there's some efforts to utilize some of the gas in energy production for electricity generation. I must admit that is being done, but still it's a scratch on the surface. That is still a major problem. And then we're seeing increased desertification in the northern part of Nigeria. Up to 11 states are now frontline states in the northern part of Nigeria being impacted by increasing desertification. And so if we continue to add to the stock of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere through things like global gas flaring, and then we see the impact in the northern part of the nation, I think it requires that something dramatic be done about it, and that means to stop gas flaring outright and right away.
All right. What about a state like Lagos, where, of course, very urbanized, you're calling it a mega city these days. So over 20 million people in one city alone. Traffic is a big issue, and of course we know the impact that is having on the environment. Are we seeing any positive change there?
The positive change we can see in Lagos is the fact that they're taking active steps to improve on the drainage system. Otherwise, Lagos, like many of Nigeria's other cities, are still growing on a spontaneous basis. On the outer fringes of the cities, in some of the directions, you are having people extending streets, creating new neighborhoods on their own, just as a place, more or less. But Lagos appears to be getting a bit more organized than other cities. But if you look at a situation like Lagos building a co-Atlantic, it shows to me a lack of appreciation of the depth of the climate challenge that would face the coastal regions of Nigeria. The coastal region of Nigeria is very low lying, and some places are just 0 meters above sea level. So with any measure of sea level rise expected from global warming, there will be a lot of inundation of the coastal area. And some experts have said that up to 90 kilometers inland from the seashore, from the ocean front, will go underwater. So extending a city into the ocean is, to me, climate denial.